when they raided P. Diddy's house with the videotapes of celebrities in those Diddy wild parties. Apparently, they have Kim Kardashian on one of those videotapes putting stuff in men's drinks. This is crazy, guys. And you know what? I'm not going to say I believe it yet. You know, there's more evidence that needs to come out. But it's believable.
24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home.
Kim Kardashian is trying her best to distance her family from Diddy, but there are too many photos, too many videos, and way too many connections between these two. Not even the Kardashian-Jenner family can escape the Diddy downfall.
Kim Kardashian is in the hot seat like never before, and this time it's not just the usual reality TV drama, it's a full-blown scandal. After Diddy's shocking arrest sent waves through Hollywood, the Kardashians seem to be caught right in the crossfire. But out of all the sisters, it's Kim K, who's feeling the heat the most. Alleged clips of her and Diddy have surfaced online, sparking a firestorm of rumors about a secret relationship that Kim has reportedly addressed. With Diddy now behind bars for some seriously dark allegations, the timing couldn't be more suspicious.
We're going to be talking about the Kardashian family and their connections to Diddy. Right now, it looks like every celebrity is trying to distance themselves from this criminal, probably because they don't want to get tied into some of his past. But when it comes to the Kardashians, there are too many receipts that tie them very close to this man, and it makes me question what they knew or what they're hiding. I'm sure Khloe is a little bit more embarrassed now than she was back then, partying with Diddy butt naked. There's been so much talk about Diddy's white parties, I'm not surprised to know that these sisters were in attendance. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Kris Jenner was there. She kind of seems like the type that would get freaky, but honestly, Diddy's way beyond freaky. He is a felon. Khloe Kardashian once boasted that she partied with P. Diddy and everyone was butt naked. Now, this is way back in 2014 on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. This is why I love media, because these things never go away. And now that Diddy is being wrapped up into this trafficking, partying, racketeering, ring, it's very interesting to learn which celebrities were in attendance. Khloe said, I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, this party, I think half the people there were naked. You would have loved it. Courtney asked more questions about the party, and of course, Khloe did not hold back, saying that there was Diddy, there was Quincy, there was even Justin Bieber there. The kid that seems so traumatized, well, I mean, the man now, but the clearly traumatized kid that has now become a man and who is not yet healed. Side note on Justin Bieber, he has yet to speak about Diddy, but apparently JB is well aware of all the allegations around Diddy. A source close to him has told people that he's choosing to focus on his wife and their son, Jack Blues, instead, which is probably the best thing for him at this moment. Now, at the time when Khloe shared this story, nobody really made anything of it. But now there is so much attention on Diddy, I'm probably sure they wish this scene was never included because it's tying them directly to his parties. And Khloe's talking about everyone being naked, so it seems like she was at one of his freak-offs.
Get a bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far so good. Montana. Do you even know half the people you're naming? No.
So Margaret is out of here. Why don't you drink? Yeah, but last night.
Okay, also, I love how they're just so excited to be involved in the celebrity atmosphere. This is over a decade ago, so things were different.
You didn't go to bed. I haven't been to bed yet.
You haven't? I want to be Khloe when I grow up, Court.
Oh, you're just so little.
My balls are just going.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, this party, I think half the people there were butt naked.
Oh gosh, it already sounds sketchy too. You can tell by the music they're including in this scene.
You would have loved it.
When we met Khloe's new, true friends. No. Well, kinda.
Crew of friends. Oh, have you met Khloe's new, crew of friends? Why is it a crew of friends? Like just giving, the Diddy group. Now I'm gonna throw some things at you guys because I saw this tweet on Twitter and I don't know how legit it is. It reads, Kim Kardashian is currently acting extremely scared after Diddy thrown in prison. Now in my opinion, I don't think Kim would have any reason to be acting scared. I mean, Diddy's in a different realm. They didn't come up together through fame. I mean, we all know how Kim became famous, so we all saw that. Well, maybe not all of us, because now there's a new generation. Either way, this tweet reads, her lawyers are sending out cease and desist letters trying to stop people from sharing information. She was caught on camera inside Diddy's Beverly Hills mansion. The tapes are way worse than what you are being told. Many of these high-profile individuals are looking seriously at options to flee the country. Now let's look at this footage of Kim Kardashian that this user claims they're out trying to ban. So let's pray for my channel.
Take a look at this footage inside one of Diddy's parties where feds now allege that multiple illegal activities, including potentially with underage girls, took place. Diddy, as you know, is currently sitting in prison. A lot of people...
Now, I do feel like there were different iterations of the parties. I feel like there were somewhat public-facing ones, some other ones. I mean, I saw one clip where Diddy was at a party and telling the kids that they gotta go because things were gonna get a little bit inappropriate.
Kids have an hour left. So get extra comfortable, kids, because after that, y'all gotta go. It's a wrap for y'all, because this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all don't want to come to, okay?
It's so weird to give that notice, hey kids, it's about
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The internet went wild when TikTokers began digging into the alleged affair, posting theories and even suggesting that Kim was more involved in Diddy's world than anyone ever realized. The chatter got so intense that Kim's legal team had to step in. The tweet reads, Kim Kardashian's lawyer hit me with a cease and desist after I posted a video where someone suggested she might be under FBI investigation for blackmail, drugging men, and possibly being involved in the infamous Diddy tapes. Their threats and intimidation are pointless. Nothing can stop what's about to unfold. Let me be clear, if I suddenly go silent, I am not suicidal. I've now become a target of Balenciaga's most powerful partner. Dear Sir or Madam, I am an attorney for Kim Kardashian and right to demand that you immediately cease and desist from publishing false and defamatory statements on the X account at Shadow of Fezra about my client. Your post, as detailed in the attached letter, plays a video that makes a slew of false, disturbing statements, including that Ms. Kardashian is being investigated by the FBI, that evidence was recovered from P. Diddy's home, and that she committed crimes, including blackmail, theft, and drugging men. Your statements claiming Ms. Kardashian has committed crimes or is involved or being investigated for crimes are categorically false and illegal. Please confirm immediately that the post has been removed, or Ms. Kardashian will pursue legal action for your defamatory statements. Regards, Christina Davis.
Kanye said they wanted to drug him and medicate him for his own health, for his own good. And guess who was behind that? Who was he dating at the time? Who was he married to? Kim K. Now rumor has it that Kim K was involved with P. Diddy, drugging people, in cahoots with Diddy, who then blackmailed them, and as the story goes. And my first thought is, I don't know if I believe that. But with Kanye having accused her of that before, and then everything going on with Diddy, and Diddy's got hundreds of lawsuits going on now, it makes it very believable. So is Kim K possibly the next to go down?
Kim, long thought to be building her empire through legitimate means, now finds herself entangled in a web of deceit and exploitation. But it's not just about rubbing elbows with Diddy or just being friends with him. No. Because from stealing money from other celebrities to potentially serving up children to Diddy for his parties, Kim's involvement goes deeper than anybody could imagine. I mean, her businesses, once seen as her claim to fame, now appear to be mere fronts for darker dealings behind closed doors. This unraveling began when an eagle-eyed TikToker noticed Kim's sudden social media purge of Diddy on all her platforms 24 hours before the feds raided all 3 of his homes. Now, is this a coincidence? Unlikely, because Kim's instincts kicked in, sensing trouble on the horizon and swiftly cutting ties to detach herself from Diddy. I mean, everything Kim does is calculated. So I don't put it past her that this is just, she so happens to just unfollow Diddy before all this went down. I mean, she was actually following Diddy after Cassie settled her lawsuit. So 24 hours before the raid, she unfollowed the music mogul. So the plot thickens with revelations from a TikTok user named BB, alleging Kim and Diddy's involvement in a Britney Spears conservatorship-like saga, with attempts to replicate it in Kim's own life, notably with Kanye West, her ex-husband. Okay, so it all starts with a person named Lou Taylor. She's an elusive Hollywood manager pulling strings behind the scenes. Her track record includes orchestrating Britney Spears' conservatorship and reportedly targeting other celebrities like Lindsay Lohan. But it doesn't stop there. You see, Kris Jenner's involvement in a controversial church allegedly used to funnel hush money from Diddy as another layer to this intricate web of deception. So Lou Taylor's ties to the church and her history of exploiting celebrities through conservatorships paint a grim picture of greed and manipulation. So it basically goes, Kris Jenner has this church, and on the board of this church is Lou Taylor. Kris Jenner makes all of her daughters contribute 10% of their income to this church, and everybody who's a part of this church needs to pay $1,000 a month to be a part of it. And what happens with that money is allegedly Lou Taylor pays off Diddy's victims with this money. So they're doing this all in the name of God, which is so insane to me. And who would have thought? I mean, if you were looking at this, you would think they would never do something like this. Well, it turns out they are very much motivated by greed, and money changes people, apparently. So what about Kanye West? His claims of being over-medicated mirror Britney's ordeal.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah. So look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now. Yeah. You can see there's not much of her left.
Yeah, and you know what? They're right about Britney Spears, because taking one look at her Instagram, you can kind of see that there's definitely something off with her. I mean, this isn't the Britney Spears that I grew up with. It's very far from the oops, I did it again Britney that I saw. You know, I think it all changed when she shaved her head. But I want to know, do you guys just think Britney Spears is trolling? Because I read all the time that Britney is, you know, crazy in the headlines, and she pretty much grew up with that in the tabloids, and the tabloids did her really dirty. So I think she's kind of reversing the narrative and being like, you guys are calling me crazy, so I'm going to start acting crazy. I don't know. Or do you guys actually believe she's crazy? Because this is a little disturbing, so I'm just gonna move on from this. This hints at a pattern of exploitation within the industry.
It's not just about Kim. Either the whole Kardashian-Jenner clan seems to have had a deep fascination with Diddy's infamous lifestyle. Fans have claimed they even tried to recreate one of Diddy's notorious freak-off parties, raising questions about just how deep their ties with him go.
Considering the Kardashians have been keeping pretty tight-lipped since the whole Diddy fiasco has broken out, he's in deep, okay? The last video that I talked about, I was basically making reference to the fact that the Kardashians, the Jenners, yeah, they have a long-standing history of being associated with Diddy.
Diddy will be proud of you tonight. Are we going to see Diddy? I don't think he's here. He's out with French Montana and he's in Miami, actually.
A long-standing history, not just in a business sense, but also in the fact that, you know, they would hang out with him. Khloe used to go to like naked jet parties with like Justin Bieber when he was like young, and people have been pulling out receipts left and right. Countless times on the show where they would make reference to going to Diddy's party. He actually featured in, I think it was like this little spin-off show that Khloe tried doing a little while ago. I don't know, feels a bit like a fever dream, but I don't know what was going on there, but I remember she had like her own little show where she'd like invite people on. Well, Diddy was a special guest once upon a time. She was gushing about him, and you just start adding everything up and it just starts to look a little bit sneaky suspicious.
Well, I know you're known for the parties. When you think of a party or a good time, you think of Puff. We've been known to party with you a few times. What are like, I don't know, you were just at Puff's birthday.
Yes.
I forgot about that. You forgot about that? No, that was an epic night too. Every night. Why was it so epic? That night was fun because all the girls ditched me. So I was like me and the boys. They're a good group of boys to be around. Kanye, Corey, and we were all just like hanging out, and it was... You loved it? It was fun. Yeah, I loved it. How you have all the energy, but that's who you are, and I think that's why people are so drawn to you, because you're so eclectic. And I mean, no matter what, no matter how much you work, you don't sleep, you don't do anything, but that's just you. That's like what embodies you. But
I mean, even though Landon Barker is Travis Barker's son, who is married to Kourtney Kardashian, I'm lumping them all in together. You can hate me all you want, but I'm lumping them all together, right? I used to think Travis Barker was cool until I realized everything that his ex-wife said, and then also just the way that he is. I don't know, I think him and Kourtney's dynamic is strange. I didn't really think much of him. I thought he was okay. I thought it was a bit weird that he's deciding to go out with Kourtney, and now they're married. I thought that was a bit strange. I was like, wait, I did not ship you two together. But actually, the more I learn about him, the more I'm like, eek, I think you're a bit of a weird one. That's just my own personal thoughts and feelings. And the way that them two act, like, for instance, over here, we had their little skeleton display. Whatever's going on there, like, I feel so bad for the kids that live in that house, where they have, like, public PDA all of the time. Anyway, I digress. This is taking a very long time for me to explain today. But what I came here to say is that Landon Barker, and I will be lumping him in with the Kardashians, alright, sue me, I will be. Considering all this hubbub about, you know, Diddy and all of that and going to these parties, did you see Landon Barker's 21st birthday after they went to Nobu, where you actually had Kourtney and Travis there?
I'm Travis and I don't drink, but I think Landon's gonna be the drunkest tonight.
I'm Kourtney and I'm breastfeeding, so I'm not drinking. But I think that Landon is going to be the drunkest tonight because he just turned 21.
They did their little celebrational things. Apparently Landon, and I will say saying Landon is not a common name over here whatsoever, so I instinctively want to say London. So please forgive me if that comes out of my mouth. So Landon Barker, his friends like contacted promoters, club promoters, and then they went and they celebrated his 21st birthday in style in a club. And this is what came out of it.
We got a special party in the building, and we're getting really freaky tonight. We're getting Diddy freaky tonight. Happy birthday, Diddy! We're not ready. We're not ready.
Now, you could say, are they pulling a prank? Yeah, I reckon that his friends were pulling a prank, or someone was pulling a prank. Something went wrong there. Considering that the Kardashians and people surrounding them, like Corey, Gamble, and, you know, anyone that's associated with them is being side-eyed massively for this whole Diddy thing, well, you then have Landon having, and it's not funny, because I'm gonna share a TikTok that I found in a minute, which really is encapsulating why this is not very funny. I'm laughing at the ridiculousness and the tone deafness of it and just how disgusting Hollywood really is. Couldn't make out what it was. It was basically Landon was there and they had all these girls come out with baby lotion, with like, you know, the baby lotion, what's it called? You know what I mean, the baby oil stuff. Came out with like sparklers on top of it, and they were saying stuff like, ooh.
And as more details emerge, Kim's connection with Lou Taylor. Yes, the same Lou Taylor known for her controversial role in Britney Spears' conservatorship has come under the microscope too. Is this a case of power players protecting each other, or is something darker lurking beneath the surface?
And when it comes to Kim Kardashian, people are looking at her right now, thinking that she should be protecting North instead of letting her be so in the public eye. North West was on the cover of Interview magazine as their third fall 2024 cover story. She was interviewed by her mom, Kim, and it went viral, you guys. The interview was in print and it was also recorded, so video clips went around all over from TikTok to Twitter. It was on YouTube of North answering these questions that her mom had for her about being on the cover, life, school, her favorite things, and so much more. People have since voiced concerns about North's cover as she's only 11 years old and they feel like Kim should just let her be a kid and not have her do these adult things like being on the cover and doing these interviews. Someone replied to Kim's tweet of the cover saying, "Just let the kid be a kid. What happened to playing and video games, slumber parties? Nobody normal anymore." Some were talking about how it would be one thing if she was doing kid-related industry work, that it would make it different, but she's not doing Disney ads or kid product commercials. She's doing full-on photo shoots and interviews, and people just feel like she doesn't need to be doing all that. Others have said that North is like Kanye and is probably the one pulling Kim's leg to do stuff like this, and it isn't Kim forcing her, but those online have argued that she should be putting her foot down and saying no because she's just overly exposed and just really put out there to receive a lot of criticism. Some people were looking at these clips of North saying that she was annoying, and others were trying to be like, okay, but you're talking about a kid, so, you know, like, let's not say that. But the fact that, you know, Kim is out here letting her do these interviews for people to be able to see her and comment these things, they were just like, it shouldn't be happening. And we all know that Kim is well aware of the way that people can criticize and judge, in that North has this really big personality and knows what people might say, which is why people think that she should kind of veto something like this, but no. And I think no one is also saying anything about Kanye, because of course it's like, why are we only talking about the mom here? But it's Kanye. I hate to say that, but it's Kanye, and he's not known for making the best decisions, and people are really looking at Kim as the one who should be logically saying something about maybe we shouldn't be doing this. But at the same time, it's also the Kardashians we're talking about here. Now, the interview revealed just how career focused North seems to be for just being 11 years old, as Kim asked her things like, if you started your own clothing line, what would you call it? And she said, well, I am starting my own clothing line. And she went on to say that it was going to be called North West. She also asked her, what do you want to be when you grow up? And she said, I don't know, because I already do a lot of stuff that I want to be when I grow up. I just want to pursue my careers now. Kim said, that's amazing that you know so young. What would be your fake name? She said, I have one, but I'm going to change because nobody believes me. It's Katie Johnson. When I'm out at Sky Zone with my friends, they call me Katie, but when I look in the mirror for a long time, I'm like, I do not look like a Katie. And then I was like, okay, I gotta change my name, so I'm telling y'all now. Later, Kim asked her if she likes being on camera, to which she said, I like taking pictures of myself, but I don't like when paparazzi do. When I just woke up and there's so much paparazzi, I'm like, yo, I'm going to sue you. If I'm ready, if I'm not tired, if my outfit's good, I'm like, okay, I can take a picture. Is it not sad that she has to think about whether or not her outfit is good? I feel like when I was 11, I literally just threw things on and played outside, but to have to be so aware of clothes and designers and trends at that age, it's a whole other world being a Nepo baby. And people are finding it very sad to hear this. But I will say that Kim was not the only one who was under fire this week for how this next generation of Kardashians is growing up, because Kourtney and Travis found themselves in some drama as well, with the way that Travis's son Landon found himself in what he is basically saying was him at the wrong place at the wrong time. Landon Barker recently turned 21, and for his birthday he went out with friends and family to Nobu. After the dinner, he was seen out partying it up in LA, and people accused him of having a Diddy-themed birthday party, as videos showed the bottle service girls bringing not bottles of alcohol to the table, but bottles of baby oil. And the DJ said things were about to get freaky and basically gave Diddy a shout out.
We got a special party in the building, and we're getting really freaky tonight. We're getting Diddy freaky tonight. Happy birthday, Diddy!
With the recent arrest of Diddy and the information that's been brought to light, people were absolutely disgusted to see this being done because nobody should be making light of anything Diddy has been accused of. And if you don't know how baby oil plays a role here, it was reported that 1,000 bottles of baby oil were seized from Diddy's home during his Miami and Los Angeles home raids earlier this year. This was said to be used for the freak-off parties that he had, which that quite literally shouldn't even be what we're calling it. I know that's the name that he was calling these parties and what people have referenced it in the lawsuits.
But wait, there's more. Amidst all this chaos, Kim is facing intense backlash over her parenting. A recent interview featuring her and her daughter Northwest went viral, and many are slamming Kim as a bad mom for the way she's handling things. Is she letting her personal life spill over into her role as a parent?
Crazy stuff, nasty stuff, morally ambiguous stuff. Still is about on brand for Kardashians, and people think that is the link between Diddy, Kim, and them. But this young lady actually threw in Lou Taylor's name, threw in the church, threw in Hillsong, right? Threw in Hillsong and literally broke it all down. You guys, if you don't know, Diddy's arrest, not indictment, but his arrest is said to be coming down the road. In the meantime, I want y'all to listen to this. It's important you hear it. And baby, I'll see y'all on live tonight so we can break this all the way down. All right, let me know what you think. But baby, we're talking Hollywood. We're talking dirty work. We're talking about why Kim Kardashian actually cut ties with Diddy. And baby, it might have been because Diddy's disturbing connections that it looks like people are saying Kim is also involved with. Baby, she's not going down with that ship. Let's get into this.
Okay, y'all, I got some tea. I ain't never been this nosy and did this much digging. But let me tell y'all why Kim Kardashian basically stopped following Diddy. Oh, this is so good. Let me say this, y'all. This judgment that is happening to Hollywood, it is getting ready to take down every superstar that ever was, from past to now. We will begin, and this is a prophetic word, we will begin to see people having terminal illnesses, being sick, being passed away, and will start to have legal trouble. Let me dive into this. So y'all know how it just was released that Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble had something to do with Diddy recently. If you go look, Corey Gamble had some dealings with Diddy. I'm not gonna go into his story. This ain't about Corey. Sorry, Corey. You for another day. Well, apparently, there is allegedly a secret video footage that has released of Kris Jenner and Diddy's house. I don't know too much about that. That's all I know. Some secret video. Okay, let's get past that. Judgment is here, y'all. 24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They are doing all of this, child, in the name of the Lord. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is a legend, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithe to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy, he was a woman with a husband, a whole husband. And they doing ministry and everything.
Yes, Aaron Carter was also under Lou Taylor. Lou Taylor was his manager. For those of you that don't know who Lou Taylor is, she is top dog in a pyramid system in the entertainment business. In a nutshell, I'm going to tell you who she is so you understand what's going on and how she's connected to Diddy, the Kardashians, Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, Carter, and several others. We need to hear that she's being investigated because she always comes out scot-free from all of these things. If you follow this comment, it has the original video that I posted last year and I re-uploaded on one of my backup accounts. You may know who Lou Taylor is because she was the manager of Britney Spears and she's the woman behind her conservatorship. It's her MO. She even tried to do it to Lindsay Lohan, but Lindsay's parents were not on board. They protected her. They didn't go along with this accusing the celebrity of having a meltdown and then consequently saying that they're not capable of handling their own money, their own earnings and things like that. So therefore they are doing the conservatorship to help the celebrity. Now one would say, if everybody knows that this is what she does, why would you go work with her? Because it's a little bit like doing a pact with the devil. You know that if you go work with her, you are going to be successful. So let me explain. She's the manager of Diddy. She's the manager of Justin Bieber, Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner isn't the manager of her daughters anymore. Lou Taylor is the manager of all the Kardashian girls. She was the manager of Britney Spears when they put her under the conservatorship.
So what do you think? How much longer can Kim keep up her silence before the truth comes crashing down? Let us know in the comments below, and if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on any new videos. Until then, fam, keep it real.